the wali has to have ittifaq ad-din, the same religion. And so we say ittifaq ad-din, the same religion, to include Christians. Under Islamic rule, a Christian woman is married with her Christian male relative, not by a Muslim male relative of the Christian woman, but by one of the same religion, ittifaq ad-din. So what happens with us in the West? We have often a woman from a non-Muslim family accepts Islam. So her father is a Christian, her uncles are Christians, her grandfather's a Christian, all of her male family members are Christian. What happens in this case? She presents herself to the Islamic center, the local authority, or the closest thing the Muslims have in that area to an authority, and they appoint for her someone who will stand in as a wali for the marriage. That man doesn't become mahram for her. Important that we get this. He doesn't become a lifelong advisor for her. He doesn't become a counselor who she calls to cry about some bad treatment of her husband. He's a stand-in wali, he's a rubber stamp wali. What I mean by that is, he doesn't stop a woman from marrying who she wants to marry and say, I don't think he's right for you, I'm not letting you marry. He doesn't become her father. And there is a time when he might disapprove. Let's say she's fallen in love with some man who's obviously harmful and he knows things about this man. There are cases where he would advise her and tell her not to marry him. But he doesn't become her father and have the concern that a father has for a daughter. He doesn't invest that much into the life of this woman. He doesn't know her intimately. He's not from her family. So what he does is he signs off as the wali and he agrees and gives consent to someone that is acceptable as a husband. Sort of similar to how the son becomes a rubber stamp wali for his mother. If a son is a wali for his mother, is he going to tell his own mother, no mom, not this one? And she wants to marry him and everything is like, he just doesn't like the guy. And he says, no, I don't consent. He's going to have to obey his mother. He's in a position to obey his mother, yet he's the wali. So then in this case, he's kind of like a rubber stamp wali. He's going to agree to the marriage unless there's something obviously harmful and wrong. Only in that case he'd have to raise his voice about something in the best way possible. It's his mother and he has to be as sensitive and shy about how he would say something like that. So here in these cases, you're not the authoritative wali, who can basically say, no, I want the best for you, this guy's not good enough, and he might sort through a few people like that. He may know things about his daughter. This guy's not going to match your personality, and so he sorts through some people that she was generally pleased with. That's his right as the wali. He's looking out for her interests. He knows her closely, and he can do those things. But the stranger who doesn't know her, a brother at the masjid that's standing in, he doesn't know who's really going to match her personality or not. So he doesn't have the same grounds to make those kinds of decisions. But there is a requirement for a wali, even if it's a stand-in wali. Barakallahu feekum.